Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Friday morning. It is October 17th and it's 3:35 in the a.m. And, you know, as I often like to quote Mr. James Brown, I'm about ready to get up and do my thing. And that's my paperwork, y'all. This week has been a very crazy, very hectic, very chaotic week. And I've shared with you on numerous occasions that I am a counselor and I work in, I want to say, a level of specialization dealing with mothers who are addicted, pregnant and postpartum women. And it's been just a week for the record books. You know, if you think about that population and all that can happen and all that usually does happen, it's happened this week. So I will be decompressing this weekend. Plus, I'm changing up my stilo, just as my grandma would say, tanch. That's a touch and a pinch, y'all. A tanch. So I'll be working on like personal appearance. I'll be working on, I have a couple of orders for my t-shirt line, and I am coming out with a special line dedicated to Black heritage. I'm going to have a line with the Negro League baseball teams and the ABA. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the ABA, it's the American Basketball League. You know, they had the smaller red, white, and blue basketball, and they had teams with funky names. You know, Will Ferrell has a movie about the ABA, and it's pretty accurate. You know, back in the day when that league was formed, you know, that's when they started allowing the massive afros and the serious pimpalicious outfits, and had all kinds of gimmicks just to keep the league running. The Will Ferrell movie is semi-pro, so if you want a good laugh and you want a kind of visual of what the American Basketball Association looked like, check out that movie. And the last part of my new line is honoring the HBCUs. So I'll post a couple of pictures for this weekend, and I'm also kind of redesigning some of my wardrobe to be more Afrocentric, more me. You know, most of the time I'm in jeans, hoodie, and hat. And this is one of my creations. The hat is a butterfly, and the caption says, "Grow through what you go through." My hoodie has a quote on it from Desmond Tutu, and it's about remaining, I want to say, complacent and apathetic towards basically social justice. And just paraphrasing the quote, it talks about if you remain, you know, complacent, you're on the side of the oppressor. So, you know, my shirts have a message, and I'm kind of in your face with the message in a very subtle way, if you could be subtly in somebody's face. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. Going to break out the sewing machine, and I'll keep you posted. How about that? So that's going to be my crazy weekend, and we see where we'll go from there. All right, let me get to my paperwork. And if I have some free time, notice I said if, I will send some shout outs this weekend, because you guys have been tuning in consistently, and I want to acknowledge you for that. And to my buddy who I talked to yesterday, who just subscribed to my YouTube channel, appreciate you, sis. Stay in touch. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the YouTube channel, the link is in my bio. But I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Shameless plug. It's the @ symbol, my initials, KB, okay, @KB, Mouse, which is my nickname. I've had that nickname since the day I was born. Preaching, which, if you don't know, I'm actually a licensed and ordained minister. So there you have it, KB Mouse Preaching. Check it out. I started recording videos during the isolation of COVID, so there is a plethora of videos. I also, at that early stages, where I was toying with film production software, so there's some nice, special effects on some of the videos, but I prefer this level of intimacy because I can, say what I need to say, upload it, and get on to my next thoughts. Now, as you can see, I'm getting kind of shaggy again. My hair is starting to grow back. So I don't have the waves today. I got the curls. I'm just highlighting every aspect. I think I've touched on everything. So I'll see you at some point this weekend. Peace.